Damn. You know what? Now I'm thinking. Uh, now I'm thinking. Like, why didn't? Why didn't I check out the garment district? Um. All right. So. Um. Title is what is the brain? What is the brain? Um. Boros. I did. I did a live video. No, was it a live? It was a no. I did a pre-recorded video. I did a pre-recorded video, and it was different. But I'm gonna talk about the brain. I'm gonna talk about the brain. Um, yeah. Uh, mm. So one thing about myself. What can I say? One thing about my brain. One truth about my brain um is that I see what was I gonna say? Oh, truth about the brain, my brain is is that power to me power is the only word for power. Power is the only word for power. um I don't know. I don't recognize another word for power. Um aside from colors, there's no other word for power that my brain really knows. But let me see. So what is the brain? I'm looking for it. Looking for my song. Looking for my introduction song. I don't know where I don't know where I put it. Why I put it last? Uh, it's like it's one of these somewhere. It's not my song. It's a song by Asian American. What's the Asian American? Okay, I'm an Asian American, of course. I'm an Asian American just by definition. Just by definition alone, I'm an Asian American. Or I think we're all Asian Americans by definition alone. You can look up the definition of Asian, and we're all Asians. If you back read it back to forth, front to back, open and close, we're all Asians. Everyone is an Asian. Um, why am I not finding this? That's my name. Wow, I have to choose a song. Choose this one first. Choose that one. I didn't say make a big box. Make a big box, and then I say make a big box. I'm trying to play some music. It's some drink, something with drink. Oh man, that word is coming up again. It's this drink I'm sipping on. Man, okay, that's a really. I like I like that drink I'm sipping on. Drink I'm sipping on. Alright, let's just. And I'm not gonna lie, my last video I did get a couple copyright strikes on my channel. Sure, I got a couple copyright strikes. So I have to be very careful. So I usually be playing this, so don't be a problem. You can't turn on. You can't. I was gonna say master. You can't master Trippie Redd on live because Trippie Redd is a huge artist, and so many other people are huge artists. So I can't talk anymore. I can't talk anymore. My voice. Alright. And hopefully I don't get that. Hopefully she's not going up. See this part? I don't want to add that part. That part, I know. These AI robots, they got these IDs, man. They got these sound, even on SoundCloud. You know, even on SoundCloud, these robots. But so yeah, the brain functions best with music. The brain functions best with music. If you have, yeah, you know, because the brain. I was just looking at an astronomer or astrologer. The brain has an affinity to see itself. You know, that's the fire. That's like fire. That's the fire in the water. It's just an affinity to see itself. So you can say fire is about detachment. But you know, it's not detach. Well, I don't know another word for detachment, but it's about connectivity. Fire and both fire and water is about connectivity. Let's just say fire and water is both about connectivity and detachment. Yet water is gonna, you know, water is gonna. How is fire and water the same? Oh yeah, they're both about connectivity. They're both about seeing themselves. Well, I think. I think. But water is more emotion based, and fire is more seeing. So like, for example, take surrounding itself with how it feels. That's something fire does. Something water does is surrounding itself with something emotional. Something so it matches the emotions. So I think when you feel good and you want to dance, you want to dance. To me, that's more fire. Because it's not to do with your surroundings, unless unless you're surrounded by mirrors. Water, water, I guess would be more about its wardrobe, like what I have on today. You know, water would be the type to wear how it feels, whereas fire would be the type to see itself in a position, or not that water wouldn't, but see, because water and fire are fairly similar. But fire is the type to see itself in a position, to see itself acting, emotive, and that's just the way they express themselves. Water, fire, expression itself. Um, Brain, however, and it's cool. You could talk about drinks. The song's name is Drink. Drink I'm sipping on. Yep, it's a drink I'm sipping on. So, drink I'm sipping on. We got water, fire. I was looking at that astrology. I was like, astrology is trying. I was like, it's very interesting. Other thing I want to talk about, because right now is a good time to talk about magic. Not that I know anything about magic. I know about manifestation, manifesting. But magic, I mean, I can manifest. I manifest a lot of things. But magic, I don't know. Magic to me is this force. Force is the magic. The force is the magic. And uh, drink. Yeah. I'm just gonna make a question about the brain so that way I can just keep talking. Is the brain physical? Hmm. Is the brain physical? The brain is physical, but it's something like exists in two places. Then the physicality of it is really questionable because it's just like like you don't I mean, well, if dust is important, if dust is something physical, then the husk has to be, you know, um, just as physical. But a husk is a shell. Listen, a husk is a shell, and a shell is supposed to house something. So a vacant house, a vacant house for for the purpose, for the sake of being pretty simplistic is not important, unless you plan to do something with it, uh, salvage it somehow. So what I'm trying to say is the brain doesn't work without music. The brain doesn't work without music. And even then, you can question if it's really actually the brains. The brains is a metaphor. Um, the brains is definitely a metaphor, you know, because if the force is the most powerful, the force is power. The force is like cha. Um, you know, force is powerful. Then you don't need a brain. You don't, like, the brain is just an accessory. Brain is a auxiliary tool. It's a spare tool. Um, because at the end, force is just force. Force is power. And don't you don't knowing questions power, really. So yeah, um, it's my video. My video for today. It's my video. I already talked about like 4 or 5 things. So about Asian Americans, 4 or 5 things, 4 or 5 more other things.